Hello everyone, it's Richie here at Longman Tarot and welcome to my video vlog from Glastonbury for 3 nights, 4 days. I'm very excited to share this with you, so welcome to Glastonbury, welcome to the vlog. This is the first time I have vlogged in a very long time. I don't tend to normally vlog too much when I'm out and around because I'm normally with people. And I don't like setting up shots and making people feel uncomfortable if they don't want to do it. And also, I learnt quite early on that don't live your life through the lens. Enjoy what's out there. But having said all that, I actually find myself on my own in Glastonbury. I'm fortunate that I have an extra few days off of the school holidays. So I decided I was going to use it and actually come to Glastonbury for 3 nights, 4 days, and just to do other bits and pieces. And I want to take you along on this journey. I love Glastonbury. I find that Glastonbury is a really wonderful place. It's a wonderful place to visit. It's a very friendly place to visit, but I'm also thankful for the fact that I can come and visit it several times a year. This is my second time this year of visiting Glastonbury. There's some wonderful shops. There's a lot of wonderful mystical stuff going on, and I want to share some of that with you. So another reason for coming to Glastonbury was at the moment I'm feeling really low energy and run down. And Glastonbury is a great place for coming when you feel a bit like that and you need to just spend time looking after yourself, recharging, healing, spending time, quiet reflection, I suppose, which again is a great reason why I've come on my own. I don't have to spend a lot of time talking to people. I'm just getting over a throat infection as well, so that's also a bit of a blessing. I'm much better, but not having to talk all the time is great, and it's given my throat and my voice a bit of a rest. Yeah, but I've also felt, as I said, very out of sync, out of sorts. And as far as where I am with my spiritual journey, well, if it's a spiritual journey, all I can say is that I've pulled off to a car park and currently having a Greg's sausage roll because I don't feel like I'm making much progress at the moment in that. So yeah, and I know with all of this stuff, so if you've been following me, you'll know that I do tarot, I do shamanic journeying, and I'm partway through a druid obod course as well. And I suppose that's the thing that has been playing on my mind because I haven't been able to do as much of that as I wanted to. In fact, much of all of that as much as I wanted. So I've kind of come to Glastonbury for a bit of a retreat, for want of a better phrase, to kind of, I don't want to say find myself, but to put myself back on track, and if that's what's needed. Yeah, so that's the plan, is to perhaps, well, the plan is not to have a huge agenda. The plan is that there's a few things I really want to do. And actually, surprise, surprise, shopping is not at the top of that list. Yes, there are some fantastic shops in Glastonbury, but when I was here a few months ago, I bought loads and loads of stuff, including lots of books, and I haven't read a single one of them because my energy's been low. So I don't want to go and buy even more stuff. I'm being very, very careful with buying choice things that bring me joy and it's easy to transport. I'm also getting the train home, so I don't want to be carrying lots of heavy, awkward items. So shopping is part of it all, but the be all and end all isn't to spend 3 days in the shops. There's a few things on my list that I would like to do. I want to do the 7 Mile Pilgrim's Way. It's called the Glastonbury Way, I believe. There's an app on the phone. I can't show you because I'm filming on this phone at the moment, but there's an app you can download and it takes you around a lot of the kind of sites of Glastonbury, including the Tor, Wirral Hill, Gog and Magog. It's 7 miles. It'd be about 4-hour walk. It's hopefully not too treacherous, and the weather looks okay, so I'm planning to do that tomorrow. There's also some wonderful things that I always enjoy doing, which is going to the White Spring. I want to go to the Goddess Temple. I want to go to the Goddess House of its own, which I've never been to before. And this time as well, I want to go to Chalice Well Gardens because I haven't been to there for a really long time. And I just felt like a calling to go to it. There's other bits and pieces I want to do. Will I climb the tour? I don't know. It is on the walk tomorrow. I might go now, just leave that one. I have done it before. I've done it a couple of times before. Or I might just decide to do it. See how I feel in the morning. Oh, for the record, I'm staying at the Georgian Pilgrims. It's in one of the modern rooms. If you know the Georgian Pilgrims, it's a really old pub and hostelry. And they've got a lot of old rooms which apparently are haunted. This one's not. It's just very hot, and actually, it's well, it is haunted. It's haunted by the spirits of bad taste and bad plumbing, to be honest with you, because nothing seems to work in this room the way that it should do. The TV doesn't work. The cold water has boiling hot water coming out of it, and it's a really hot room. In fact, there's a fan, but I've turned it off for the recording, but I'm gonna have to turn it on again in a minute because it is scorching hot in here. So that's the plan, and I'm hoping to take you on the way here. Please put any comments in that you would like to at the bottom. I'll try and do my best to comment on anything that you do. So that's the plan for the next few days. Some of the shops I won't be able to record in, some of the places I won't be able to record in because you're not permitted to do so. So you might not get the full taste of what I'm going through, but I'll try and do my best to catch as much as I can with you. I'm also hoping to catch up with a couple of friends here and just see what happens in Glastonbury. Let's see if we can kickstart the journey again. Come out of the car park, come out of the lay-by and get back on the road again. And just kind of listen to the messages that Avalon has along the way. And let's just see what happens. But I'm looking forward to it, and just above all, just being here, it's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, thank you for this, and I'm gonna now just show some videos. I might chip back in again. I don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy. Greetings from Glastonbury. Oh, by the way, I did a thing. Look, I climbed the tour. I don't know why, but so this is the graveyard, the cemetery where Dion Fortune is buried, and I'm going to go and try and find her grave. But first, look at this beautiful rowan tree, beautiful berries. So here is the final resting place of Dion Fortune. Still looked after, still visited, not forgotten. Violet Mary Evans, Dion Fortune. Apparently the name A name comes from a passage in the Bible. God is fortune. Died 8th of January 1946. I think the things people have left for her. It's a beautiful evening too. Beautiful cemetery. Copper beech trees. Just outside Glastonbury, where she wanted to be. It's about 8 o'clock in the evening. It's been a lovely warm day. So it's a really nice way just to end the day. Look at the beautiful blue sky and the trees. Not a bad place to be finally at rest, is it? Good morning. Welcome to the first full day in Glastonbury, and having had a very good breakfast and a decent night's sleep at the hotel, I'm up 9:30, relatively early I suppose, and out. And I have started the Glastonbury Pilgrim Trail. And as you can see, I am up on the hillside, Wirral Hill. You might just be able to see Glastonbury in the background if I keep still. You won't see the tor yet, it's right behind my head, but there are the churches there, and you might just make out the abbey there. So this is a pilgrim walk, about 7 miles around the countryside, and the first real port of call, having started off, is Wirral Hill, which is two of the big hills, one of two of the big hills on this, second being the Tor. I did the tour yesterday, so I don't know if I'm going to go up it again today. I might do. We don't say no to these things. We go with a positive mindset. So, I'm going to go a little bit further up, and I'm going to show you the sights of Wirral Hill. And here is the Holy Thorn on Wirral Hill with the Tor in the background. Legend has it that Joseph of Arimathea, who was Jesus' uncle, was a metal merchant and came to this area after the crucifixion, bringing the cup of the Last Supper with him. And at that time, the sea was all around here, so Wirral Hill was where he landed his boat and set foot in England for the first time. And as he climbed the hill, he planted his staff walking stick into the hillside, and it took root and became the Glastonbury Thorn. And there's always been a thorn in Glastonbury. This has been replaced. The original one from the 50s was sadly vandalised, but last year they replanted it using specimens that were found around the town from the original. And so the thorn still grows up on Wirral hillside. Let's have a look around. I love that story. Just the beautiful countryside. There's no one around. It's really quiet. It's lovely to do this time in the morning. I was going to start filming in Glastonbury town itself. The Pilgrim Trail starts just outside the tourist information, which is been moved at the moment. They're redecorating the actual building, so there's all boards up around it. But it just starts in the high street. But it was very busy with traffic this morning. Lots of cars making lots of noise. So I thought I'd start filming up here first. It's beautiful. This is another stopover on the Pilgrim's Way. This is Pompala's Bridge. A river's just down the side there, and I don't know if you can hear, there's lots of traffic behind me because the bridge is just over there. I'll show you in a second. This is probably the oldest part of Glastonbury. We found Roman roads here. In fact, the road that the worst cars are going on is based on the Roman road length there. Beautiful area here, just some natural stones and wood around here just to sit, although it is quite noisy with the traffic. So the other legend from around here is when this all flooded, because obviously it's very, very flat, this is where the Lady of the Lake appeared in the Excalibur story, in the Arthurian legend, and this is where Excalibur was thrown back into the lake and a hand appeared from it. Very Ace of Swords. So just walking along the beautiful River Brue. I'm surrounded by butterflies, bees and damselflies. Oh, it's beautiful. Breed's Mound, dedicated to Breed, Bridie, later Bridget, goddess of the fire and the bells. It's been a site here for thousands of years, including a Roman cemetery and the gateway to Avalon and Glastonbury. So peaceful. This is the Willow Walk. And I'll tell you one thing, it's really warm when the sun comes up, so it's a real blessing in the shade here. We're kind of turning back now, walking towards Glastonbury. We've reached our furthest stretch, but we've got lots of things to see on the way. But this is really welcomed. So the afternoon, as you can see, I am outside the goddess house. I don't know if that's in reverse or not, but that's where I am. The goddess house there. Wonderful. I've just been to the Kedidrin, the temple of Kedidrin, and had a beautiful sound session with the priestess of Kedidrin there. Fortunately got cut short, but absolutely wonderful, really moving. And then I popped into the goddess house just to sit in a few of the rooms, which I did. So I didn't complete all of the walk today because it got really hot, and this is only open at certain points of the goddess house, and I wanted to come and visit it, so that's why it's very peaceful. So I thought I'd pop back on again and just conclude. At the start of the video, I said that I was here to hopefully re-energise, to reset, to redress any balances that were off. And I thought, well, let's end the video by seeing whether that's happened or not. And I do feel so much better. I feel much calmer. I feel much more centered. I feel less frazzled, let's put it that way, which is fantastic. But I've got a lot more out of this trip than just that. Glastonbury is an amazing place. It's a very magical place. It's magical though, not because of, you know, the woo-woo necessarily and all the incense and all the shops and everything like that at all. It's magical in many other ways. It's really not what you expect, and I've been to Glastonbury, you know, many times, as I've said before, and you come with a set of expectations, and usually most of those expectations aren't always met, but new ones come your way without you looking for them. So yeah, I set myself a whole list of things that I was going to do, and I didn't really do the ones that I was really planning to for various reasons. I'm not going to go into those now, but everything that's replaced that has been better. Glastonbury is incredible for the people that are here. Kindness and warmness of the people that inhabit Glastonbury and the surrounding area, they will do anything for you. They will stop and talk to you. But any visitors as well also pick up that vibe and will stop and talk. And I've had conversations with people who, you know, I wouldn't normally stop in the street or talk to if they're on their own in a pub, that kind of thing. So it's very open, it's very welcoming. And you don't feel left out. It is incredibly diverse. I've still got my nail varnish on, it's a bit chipped now. I wouldn't dream of wearing this really at home, but in Glastonbury, it's very de rigueur. What's interesting as well is you can tell the people who have come here for spiritual part of it, and those that have just kind of come for a bit of a, I'm going to say, glorified Disney-esque experience. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure this is not true, but you've got selfless people in Glastonbury and you have selfish people in Glastonbury, as in people that visit. And it tends to be that I would call the selfless people the ones that are here day in, day out, or have visited many times and practically think of themselves as part of Glastonbury inhabitant because they've been here visiting and experiencing it for such a long time. And then you've got the people that drop in from the outside world who carry on acting like they're from the outside world, and they stand out like a sore thumb. In quite a selfish way. So an example of this today, Chalice Wells, everyone was really calm, it was beautiful, there was big groups of tourists just chilling, experiencing the Wells, and then this couple turned up with a kid who basically broke all the rules of Chalice Gardens and ran amok and was playing with all the wind chimes loudly in the gift shop. And parents didn't do anything about it. That's the kind of thing I expected I come across on a day-to-day basis. So when something like this happens in Glastonbury, it really notices, and it makes me question what's going on. I don't know if you can hear, there's falcons nesting in the church tower just outside my window. They're making a lovely noise there. I don't know if it's picking up there. So that's what I'm talking about. Selfishness versus selflessness, and it's been really nice to kind of involve yourself in that selflessness kind of part of it all, where you find yourself being extra generous perhaps than you would be normally. Like I said, there's things that have happened that I didn't expect. I've bumped into somebody I know from London. There's always somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that you know. But yeah, stuff that I was intending to do that I never done. The Pilgrim's Way is just fantastic. I'm so pleased that I finished it. It's a free walk around this beautiful area with all the myths, the legends, and the history chucked in. I would never have normally done that. I wouldn't have gone to Dion Fortune's grave. I wouldn't have sat in the Chalice Gardens for a considerable amount of time without rushing around. And that's because Glastonbury time doesn't allow people to rush. You don't have to be certain places at certain times. The shops open when they feel like it. Sometimes it's 10 o'clock, sometimes it's a bit later, sometimes they just don't open at all and they'll be closed for 2 days, and you might be lucky to get what you want in them. But that's the magic, that's the charm of it all. That's the beauty of the place, is that there's no rush, there's no agenda. And it's a beautiful town. It's really well cared for and looked after. And I've just noticed this going around, the amount of murals that are appearing on the walls that are being painted. I don't think I captured that many of them, but there's new ones appearing all the time. Absolutely wonderful. Did I get in touch with my spiritual side? Yes, I did. Yes, I feel like I have got back onto it, and now it's important to take that flame of that home, nurture it, keep it going over the next few weeks. But again, that comes down to time. That's making time for it. And I'm now so chilled that I can pick up that mental. And also that time thing it's not about rushing to it. In my mind, the destination is the important, and of course it's not, it's the journey. It's the pilgrim way, isn't it? I was so lucky to spend time with my lovely friend Irina, who's been ever so generous and very kind, and it was a wonderful thing to host the Glastonbury Candle on Monday night from Wirral Hill. And if you don't know about that, I can send you a link or put a link below to the Facebook group for the Glastonbury Unity Candle. But I have got some treasures along the way and a lot of happy memories. It's a shame I couldn't show you all the stuff that happened. I went to the White Springs and went inside the White Springs. You're not allowed to film there. A lot of the shops you're not allowed to film in there. The Goddess rooms, can't film in there, understandably. So it may look like I've not done very much, but I can tell you my time has been filled throughout the whole of the 3.5 days. So I'm going to sign off now. Thank you so much for watching this, and I will do a follow-up video talking about some of the stuff that I bought. Might be a video, might be a live. Look out for that one. Remember, like and subscribe. But thank you for coming on this journey with me, and I hope that it's brought something to you as well, and you're able to take some time just to watch some of the footage that I've shot and relaxed and enjoyed it as much as I have. Thanks. Goodbye. Here in the nettles, the brambles, the hawthorn, the beech trees with their beech nuts, the holly and the bracken reside the magic, the fae, the good folk. Look at these beautiful old oak trees. Gosh, I wonder how long they've been here. Do you see a face in the tree? This is Magog. And over here the remains of Gog, who didn't make it sadly. But Magog is in full leaf. Very old. The dryad here is really old and sensitive. Look at this cool holly tree. I think it's a holly tree, it might be a beech tree. But its roots growing out, trying to get into the crevice of the rock here. And here's another one. Really sticking out the rock there. I'm loving the curly roots there. Incredible. Wonder how old it is. Here's another one. These are all amazing. I'm so pleased. I came this way and I found them. Look at them. This one is a beech tree. They look like squids and octopus. I love them. Hello again. This is just a little extra that I've put onto the video. This morning I'm packing, hence everything's a bit of a mess behind me. Thinking, how am I going to get all of this home? But I thought I'd pull a Avalon Magic card. I bought these with me and I love these ones, absolutely love these ones. They're one of my regular Oracle cards. And I thought, let's just take a message with me today and perhaps a message about this trip. And I pulled this beautiful card that's got the chalice well on it. I don't know if the light is picking it up there. And I spent a lot of time yesterday at the Chalice Well, and the tour is in the background. The tour has been in the background for the whole of this a few days. I know it's Glastonbury, but I said the other day to my friend Irina is that it's very difficult. At this time I've been drawn to just looking at the tour along the beautiful landscape that's around. The tour just dominates it, and it's had a real draw for me, as it did on the first day when I climbed the tour. The message of the card is, be attuned to the rhythms and cycles of your life and notice the shifts and changes. Well, that's very true. I spoke in my end video about how I feel everything's calmed down and Glastonbury time and you can't rush, and that's one thing that I want to really take home with me. The other part of this card says, peace comes from the sacred union of nature and spirit. And today I'm going to go finish off the pilgrimage, the shorter walk up round Gog and Magog. You can finish the pilgrimage by actually doing Glastonbury tour, climbing to the top and down again, and then back into the town. I don't know. I might do that, I might not. I'm going to just see how I feel. I have to be out of my room, so I've got to leave my luggage somewhere in town, and then I'm kindly being picked up to go to the train station about 3 o'clock. So I've got a few hours. I don't know if I want to get all hot and sweaty again climbing the tour, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll never say no. So just going out again in the peaceful landscape around here. Finding things I haven't seen before, Gog and Magog and the beautiful avenues of trees. Just looking forward to it, and that is what brings me peace, that is what brings me balance, that is what brings me grounding. And I know that from being outside at home, going for walks. But when you have got the schedule of time, i.e. an evening, you've only got an evening to enjoy this, or only a weekend to enjoy this, or I've only got a couple of hours to do a walk because then I have to do something else that I've packed in or promised people that I'm going to do. It means that you're constantly racing. The time is constantly ticking over in your head. And that is what I think eats away my time. Time actually eats away my time by thinking about it. and not actually being present in the moment because I'm one step on the next idea, the next place to go to, the next thoughts, the next terrors, whatever they are. So I think I need to be more in the moment, and that's difficult, particularly in the job I'm in, because it is about being in that moment when you're teaching, but it's also about the planning for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of the month, the rest of the term. And so I switch between work time and my own casual time. And my own casual time, my free time, has to be taken up with obviously other things, household chores, spending time with loved ones, visiting friends, going out doing nice things. And there's almost like there's not enough time in the weekend to get everything done. I don't know, I'm waffling. So I'm going to be very conscious of time from now on and listening to the cycles of the day. I've been very good at listening to the cycles of the year, following the wheel of the year. But now perhaps I need to think about the cycles of the day. When's my busy periods? When's my quiet periods? When's my time that I spend with people? When's my time that I spend with on my own, doing what I need? Because that's what gets sacrificed. That's what gets sacrificed. My own time. And that's precious. It's as precious as any other form of time. Anyway, thank you, Glastonbury. I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to read it again. Be attuned to the rhythms and cycles of your life and notice the shifts and changes. Peace comes from the sacred union of nature and spirit. Nature and spirit. Yeah.